as a tester can easily be noticed if you are performing active information gathering techniques, because it's interacting directly with your target system. So let's look at this because this is a very practical course. I'll be interwoven and I'll be switching my screen. So the first Python scripting that I want us to have a look at is what we call sub-brute scripting. So this is the source code of the sub-brute. The sub-brute comes along with Kali Linux. So if you are using other version of Linux operating system, you need to download the sub-brute you need to download it or install it on your system. So this is the source code. Is an open source scripting language. So last time we discussed about some Python scripting. So you can you have access to the source. You can customize the source to what your expectation. For example, these are the various libraries that have been imported. We have the DNS-lib, we have the RE library, we have the OS library, we have the Signal library, we have the Time library, we have the Sys library. So some of these libraries will be explaining them as time goes on. So this is a scripting, so you can edit it further, edit the script to your own taste. But before you edit it, you need to make a backup copy. So I would rather make a backup copy and be working on that copy. So you don't need to tamper with the original copy that comes with your Kali or the one that was installed on your operating system. But for the purpose of the course, so our lab of choice is Kali. So I expect by now we all have our lab, the Kali Linux up and running on our system. So if you've not done that, please try as much as possible to do that. If peradventure your system crash or something, then please try as much as possible to download that. So this is the source code. You can make a copy of this source code and be working on you can make multiple copies so that you can. So the essence of this course for us to be able to develop our own tooling. And also you can also leverage on this to also develop something related or something you can also extend its capability by editing the source code. So shortly I will run us through on how to make use of this. So it's a reconnaissance Python scripting that comes with Kali, and you can always download it it work with any form of Unix-based operating system. So how do you install it? Should in case if you don't have it on your operating system, maybe you are using Ubuntu Linux, or you want to have a feel, because as a pen tester or red team operators, you need to also be very conversant with various flavor of Linux. For adventure, maybe beyond this lab, you want to have a feel of other version of Linux like Ubuntu, CentOS, Fedora, So you can go to this website. Is just type at your terminal. You just need to type git clone and you specify the path. So this is the path, github.com/therook/subroot.git. So you need to navigate to the subroot folder and run the Python script against the domain. So whenever you want to do that. So for this purpose of this course, let me quickly navigate towards my Kali. Let me open up my VMware. Let me I think I've opened something here. Let me stop my other. I think I have plenty Kali in. Let me power some of my machine off. Okay. Oh, my system is not trying to crash. All right. So just open your VMware. If you are using Oracle VirtualBox, you can navigate towards your VirtualBox, right? But for my lab, I'm using Kali, right? I'm using a VMware rather. So you navigate towards your machine. I think this machine is corrupt. So, but let me open up one of the machines that are available. All right. So I think so we need to quickly set up this machine before we proceed. All right, so as I was saying, you need to install the git clone by typing the git clone, https so on /github.com/therook/subroot.git if it's not installed on your system, on your Kali. So I'm trying to quickly download that and install it. So one of my lab is crashed. I have to quickly repair this. So having done that, you can, so definitely you'll have created a directory where you want to install your stuff to. And also on the directory, you can now navigate to the sub-root folder, the sub-root directory by doing using a change directory command, cd sub-root. So before you run your command, for example, if I want to do, for the purpose of this course, I've created a website called cybersecurity.com. And so if I want to get the details, I want to enumerate, I get this the subfolder or the sub domain on that particular website. I just type sub-root sudo, because I made a privilege account. So you type in your targets, cybersecurity.com. I think I spell it wrong, the right. I think it's sub-root. Let me sure. I'm trying to crack into this, right? What is okay, I think I'm not executing don't mind me. I need to execute the Python scripting. I need to execute by, I'm not executing, just typing, doing like a normal command. So you type subbridge.py, I think it should work. So it will take a while, because what this scripting does, it will crawl through your entire website. While that is running, let me open another terminal so that you, because I don't have much on this website. You can see there is a domain called cybersecurity.com. There is the www.cybersecurity.com. Because this website is placed under a web application firewall. So I host this website with AWS. I host the website with AWS. So I leverage on the AWS platform. That's the reason why you are using cloudfront.net. So while this is running, let me open another terminal and see what's say the outcome of this. Why this is running. Okay, so let me execute my command again. This time around, I want to execute it against this second domain, certifiedhacker.com. The reason why I'm using this domain, this domain are for educational purpose. So please do not run this command. Do not go and do an enumeration on any public website if you are not authorized to do that. So for the purpose of this course, I'm limiting my scope to an educational website. So like certifiedhacker.com. So just put okay, let me place my cursor, type dns-brute.py. I want to find the detail of what all the subdomain of certified hacker.com. So hope I'm got the spelling right. So depending on the speed of the internet, let me see whether okay. It will take a while because what this command is trying to do is trying to browse through all the subdomains. I think it's trying to browse through all the subdomain. I think the first stuff is done right. Let me see the available domain that are available on this particular website. For my, okay, this thing is still enumerating. So let me check for the second one. Okay, it will take a while. So depending on it will take a while. You can leave the command to run for a few seconds while you continue with your red teaming exercise. While you continue, you can open different terminals. So if you want to compare various scripting, and if you feel that the scripting is not working the way it's supposed to work, so this is an open source custom script, so you can modify it to suit your purpose. So at the end of the day, so this is the outcome of this scripting. So as you can see on certifiedhacker.com, you can see that we have quite a number of subdomain. We have www.certifiedhacker.com. We have certified hacker. We have that on the underscore tcp.www.certified. A lot of subdomain. So what this script does, it will crawl through the entire domain and display all the subdomains. So so please try and make sure that you try it on your lab, so you can download this Python scripting. You can install it using a Git clone. So as soon as you install it, so you can create a directory where you want to install it and navigate towards that directory. And so that what I normally do for my penetration testing exercise, I normally create a directory called a pen testing or red teaming. So all the tooling that I need will be downloaded and on that particular folder or directory. But for the purpose of this course, I have created a directory called release, my initial lab branch. So I have to quickly bring up a new Kali. So something it happens. So actually, because I do a lot of stuff on my system. So let's go through at the end of the day, you'll be able to get the details of all this. So while this is running, there's another command. I want us to You can also leverage on, I want us to compare the outcome of this script with mmap script, dns-brute scripting in mmap. So if you want to run an mmap scripting, so while this thing is running, let me open up a new tab, right? Let me open up a new tab, and so we compare the similarities. I know the last times we were introduced to mmap, but this time we'll be focusing on how to leverage on Python scripting to do your enumeration or to do your information gathering. Certified hacker. Look, you type mmap. Don't forget to pull that dns-brute first. So this script, these are the sub-brute script is an equivalent of what your mmap dns-brute will do for you. So if you want to brute force the DNS, so mind you, this is an active OSINT. So whenever you are doing active OSINT, please don't conduct an active OSINT. Sorry, don't conduct an active information gathering rather on any target if you are not authorized to do that. So the reason I'm using Cybersecurity.com because I created the website myself. I'm doing up the website. I think I have some level of authority on my personal website, and also certifiedhacker.com. This website is meant for educational purpose. So that's why, for the purpose of this information gathering, we'll be focusing on some educational post instead of we using the so it will take a while before what this DNS will do for you. It will give you all the listing of the ports and the listing of the services that are available, and before it do a brute force on all the DNS, before you see a brute force of all the so it will take a while. So while that is running, so I think we can so at the end of the day, your screen should look like this, and so it display the different host name with their corresponding public IP addresses. I think this is a very, very useful information. Let's presume that you want to conduct penetration testing exercise on certifiedhacker.com. So we can leverage on various tooling, and I think I've discussed. Okay, we've discussed this. So at the end of the day, so there's another tooling that is equally important. I call it sublist 3R. Sublist 3R. So if you want to install this tooling, you type these commands. Let's quickly try that while this is running. Let me open a new tab. Let me open a new tab. And so let me go back to my to my Willis directory. So what you need to do, if you want to be sure whether what you need to do, you need to quickly install okay, I think this thing is throwing some error, right? Okay. Let me be sure whether my system is connected to the internet. So I meant to ping is okay. I think it's connected. Let me update the. At times, if you are trying to install and you can update your Kali first. So after the update, you run the install command. Let's try it again. Okay. Let me okay. I think so this let me run us through how this command work. Is another sublist 3R is another Kali is another Python scripting that can be used to enumerate subdomain of website. So, but this is not as active as dns-brute. So it helps a penetration tester and bug hunter collect and gather subdomain of the domain they are targeting. Sublist 3R enumerates subdomain using many search engines such as Google, Yahoo, Bing, Baidu, and Hacks. So the list goes on. So sublist 3R also enumerates subdomain using Netcraft. Also using VirusTotal, ThreadCrowd, DNS Dumpster, and Reverse DNS. Sublist was integrated with sublist 3R to increase the possibility of finding more subdomain using brute force with an improved word list. So it's like kind of an advanced sub-brute. So let me quickly look through the troubleshoots, and then I will run the command.